Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Let me come to the ring.
Fighting out of the southpaw stance. Standing at 6'2", 190 pounds.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, nigga.
Boy, I'm made different. I work too hard. Ain't no way I ain't getting paid different. This from the dirt, this from the mud. You ain't slave with me. This was strictly for my homies that was brave with me. You can't come in with me now if you ain't came with me. Skull looking at you side eye if you ain't with real life. I seen a couple people try and it ain't in pretty. I only keep the people around that stood on 10 with me. And if they start to stand on 9, that's where it end with me. It can end quickly. And the way I level up, I make them spin differently.
Yeah. 333 in the chat. 333 in the chat. If you with me, man, we live. Let's get some shit going. First and foremost, happy Cinco de Mayo. You know, I got some of that blood. So, you know what I'm saying? Happy Cinco de Mayo. I don't drink, but I'm going to take a shot with y'all live today. We got the red light special going on. Might switch it to green. We're going to keep everything clean, man. How y'all feeling, man? I feel amazing. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit the like button and be active in the chat if you ain't driving. Yeah. Even if you at work, boss man ain't going to say nothing. Yeah. I got a great live show for y'all, though, man. Let me show y'all that artwork real quick, though. Yes, Lord. We got a great live show today. How can a man of means find true love? We're going to break that down into a more well-worded question for sure, to really get into the topic. But for the sake of the thumbnail, we had to keep it simple. But yeah, man, everything going to be classic. Y'all been sticking to the codes, man. Talk to me, chat 333. You know it's all love, man. We not wasting too much time. I'm trying to see what I want to start with. Do I want to start with the code language? Let me go through the agenda with y'all. We got the code language conversation on Rich Enough. We're going to get into that today. Then we got a reaction video talking about, we're going to join a panel and go over a reaction video where they talking about black men dating white women and all the nuances of that. So we're going to get into that conversation. That should be fun and entertaining. And then we're going to get into the question of the day. So that's going to be interesting too. And then also I got another reaction video, depending on how we get and how active it get going today. You know what I'm saying? We can stay live for a little minute. I got time, cuz. But shit, let's go ahead and start with the code language, man. Let me pull it up for y'all, man. Let's get going. The code language for the day. We talking about rich enough. With the code language for the day. So when it comes to the concept of rich enough, I think why I wanted to discuss this and make this the code language conversation is because we live in essentially in a corporation that we call a country. It's a capitalistic nation that we live in. So with that being said, a lot of the indoctrination that we experience and a lot of the information that we receive and the pipeline that they put us on from public school onward is to pretty much feed the machine, if you will. So with that being said, the mentality of always wanting more, the concept of the American dream used to be something that was like a very simple life. I don't believe the concept of the American dream is that anymore, to be honest with you. I think the concept of the American dream has changed tremendously. To be real with you, we are diabolically gluttonous. We always are in need and hunt in search of and constantly looking for more, and it's by design. That's why in previous pieces of content and even in this piece of content, I'll stress the importance of modesty. And it doesn't mean that I don't believe that you should strive to be wealthy. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there's a question that I always pose. If the richest person on the planet Earth came to you and said, I have a blank check here for you. Write any number you want on this check. It's a one-time payout. You won't have to pay any taxes on this money. Write any amount of money that you want on this check, and we'll bring it to you in cash. For you to just to be okay for the rest of your life, whatever number you want. You don't have to justify why or why the number is what it is. Just write the number. The check is blank. There's no number you could write that this person can't afford. What number would you write on the check? I've asked many people that question over the years, many people, and I've gotten tons of different answers for so many different reasons. But I think the response to that is always very telling about what level, what type of person you're dealing with. There's a level where it gets to a point where, okay, if you could, you would be inexplicably gluttonous if you could. With the wrong information and knowledge, and you gain the ability to amass wealth at a high clip, we know you going too far. You're going to try to be a quadrillionaire. But the simple understanding is it creates an imbalance. So I'm not saying that people that can make $2 billion shouldn't make $2 billion. I think that people in general should be rooted in the concepts of nature, which is keeping everything going smoothly. And so just understanding that gluttony at a high level by too many people is going to create a harsh imbalance. And then you have the fallout that we have today. Whether it be societal fallout, the crime rates, the type of crimes you see, people snapping, clicking out, just going crazy, mass unalivings, things like that. These things are not for nothing. If you understand a little bit of psychology, a little bit of sociology, a little bit about food, nutrition, how food is moved, if you understand these things, you understand that these imbalances are in these circumstances and these people who aren't stable here in the ways that they aren't stable here, because there's a lot of different ways people aren't stable here, but these things aren't for nothing. And it's because a lot of the imbalances that you see are because somebody really smart that understands money, the financial system, business, marketing, manipulation, somebody who's really smart, or a board of people who are really smart, or a bloodline of people who are really smart. Follow me. They don't believe in the concept of being rich enough. They don't believe that there's any number to write on that blank check. They want to be the person with the infinite check. They want to be the person at the top of the top of the top that cuts the check. So that's why the concept of rich enough is one that I had to discuss, because I believe that people should have a number. You should know your gluttony level. You should know what amount of money could you live a spoiled life in your eyes. What amount of money does that look like? And some people say, well, you can't account for inflation and how long are you going to be alive and all of that. You could come up, you could scale that. And depending on where you're going to put your money and what your investment's going to be in and stuff like that, you could scale it. So what does that look like? Personally, I told y'all before, and I'll say it again here, I'm not a person that's money. And I think a lot of people who are like that, where everything about money and everything got a price on it. You know, the YNs in the inner cities, they accepting money to go take something that's irreplaceable from people. And, you know, there shouldn't be a dollar amount on that. But because people are money, everything got a price on it. So when I say I'm not all about money, it means that my integrity comes first, above everything. I've been in entertainment for well over 10 years. And I've been in plenty of different places. I've been on sets, I've been in studios, I've been backstages, I've been everywhere artists go. Festivals, what? I seen it. And let me tell you, if you want to get to a certain level of money in some way, some capacity, and again, there a certain level of money. You have artists that are amazing, that are capped off at doing House of Blues tours once a year or a couple times a year. That's the level venue that they kind of stay at, and they can do it consistently and make their money and feed their family, but they never gonna go to the stadiums in every major city or the arenas in every major city. It's gonna be House of Blues level, and there's a ceiling for that artist for whatever reason. The music could be great, but that's how big the venue's gonna get for them. That's how big the promotion gonna get for their tour. That's how big the marketing gonna get. You ain't gonna see fireworks at the show. You might see a little bit of smoke and some cool lights, but it's gonna be a budget on them. There's a ceiling, right? If you want to be one of the people that's doing arenas, stadiums, mega theaters, all of these different things, these types of venues that's holding, 6 figures of people, some way, somehow, some shape or form, your integrity or your principles or your morals, you will be compromised. To get through that door, there will be a compromise somewhere. Where it is, only those who have made those compromises know what their compromises were. But I've been around, and I'll tell you, if you want to break through a ceiling when it comes to the bread, because you can get 8 figures. You can get 8 figures out the game without compromising. Overtime, slow. You can get 8 figures out the game without compromising. You can go get it. You can go get that. But 9, 10, yeah, you gave something up. Something, somebody, something. And all because you don't believe in rich enough. So hopefully everything I'm saying adding up to y'all, because in this space, we gotta sometimes be direct but cryptic, right? Can't use certain words, can't use certain language, things like that. We want to keep it to where ain't nothing getting flagged and everybody can get the message for those who could read between the lines. But yeah, I believe that the concept of rich enough is doing more harm than good, because your average American doesn't believe in contentment and complacency. A lot of times when on average, like I'm pretty much a sociologist. I do surveys. I ask people these questions in passing in regular environments, kickbacks, work, I might be around somebody at a party. It was a group of people I don't know. I've always been a person who asks questions to gain like a census, a general census, questions of the day on social media platform. I'm always kind of taking in people's perspectives and opinions on things. And that's why I'll be having a good idea of like what a safe generalization is and what the outliers look like, what type of answers those are. But for the most part, if you ask somebody in America that's a complete American, born and raised here, and if you ask them about what their dream life looks like, no money considered, your dream life, what does it look like? Your average American gonna say some wild shit. They gonna say some wild shit. Yeah. I done heard it all. What's your dream life look like? Well, I want me a house, preferably 15,000 square feet. I want to fly private everywhere. I want to. So like you ask the question, hey, what is your ideal life, right? Like you'll be content. You could take a deep breath and say, I made it. They gonna say some wild shit. So you not gonna be satisfied until you could charter jets everywhere, gang. Until then, you gonna work yourself into a dirt nap until you could charter jets everywhere. You ain't stopping. You won't be satisfied when you could just fly first class on the regular. That still ain't. No, you need jets. You need jets. Okay, gang. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna say some wild shit. And it's like, you ask me what would make me have my Thanos moment, my deep breath, the work is done. I'm not gonna get into details with y'all because I don't need nobody praying against my manifestations, but I can tell you it's simple. It ain't much. How y'all know I ain't already living it? It ain't much. It's much. It ain't. I don't need to charter jets. I don't need a yacht. I don't need a penthouse. I'm very modest. I'll be chilling. I'll really be chilling. Like, I'll really be chilling, y'all. But look, before we move in to the reaction video and we get to have a little fun for Cinco de Mayo, I want to take a shot with y'all. Let me pull this banner down, though. Yeah, I want to take a shot with y'all, man. For Cinco de Mayo, for my people. We taking a shot for Cinco de Mayo. What up to everybody popping in and out the chat? Show some love on the way in, on the way out. Say what up. About to take a shot for Cinco de Mayo. Just got done with the code language conversation. We finna move into the reaction video. This is a bottle of tequila straight from Mexico. Don't worry about how we got it over here. This, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about how we got it across the lines. It's here now. Naturally aged. I've had this bottle of tequila for a little over 10 years. And I don't drink, just so y'all know. That's why this bottle will last so long. But I don't drink. I only take a shot here and there on occasion. But we done hit a lot of milestones just in the last month with the YouTube channel. We've grown hundreds of subs just in the last about month or so. We done had a couple videos hit over 3,000. You know, no paid promotion, straight organic, just dog work. And you know, in this space and in this time in the content creation game, you know, we on TikTok doing 1,000 per post. You know what I mean? Let me before I pop my shit. Hold on. Let me be patient with this, man. Let me be patient with this. Hold on. What we just get done with code language. Hold on. Cinco de Mayo. Bum, 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 bum. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. All right, there we go. Cinco de Mayo toast. So look, man. I don't normally drink, but we gonna do one big, you know, to the content creation game, diving into this, you know what I'm saying, full time. We got a lot to be grateful for in this last month. To all the new subscribers, you know what I'm saying, much appreciated. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all go to www.theclassiccodes.com and get that merch. You know what I'm saying? Get the code language t-shirt. You know what I mean? And you know, just to everybody that contributed to all the viewership that we did over this last month, you know, it's a slow and steady thing. We moving, but I like celebrating all the wins, you know. So to the first month, you know, month being full-time in content creation, you know what I mean? To all the new subs, to all the subs to come, you know what I'm saying? To all the women that think I'm handsome, how y'all doing? To all the women that came and went, this one for y'all too. You know what I mean? To the homies, you know what I mean? To the ones that's gone, you feel me? You know what I mean? To the creator, to the almighty, you know what I mean? To me, myself, and my work ethic, you feel me? To recovering from this patella tendon tear and getting full range of motion back. You know what I mean? Yeah. To all the Mexicans. Yup. to all of the natives, all the heritage people, the people with that bloodline. You know what I mean? To the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? To the Classic Codes, to Classic Code Sports. You feel me? And I'm gonna top it off with this. To sticking to the codes. Let's do it. Yes, Lord. This reaction video gonna be fun because I do not drink, ladies and gentlemen. I do not drink. But for my Mexicans, one time for the one time. Let's move into the reaction, man. Wee. It ain't got no bite on it, y'all. That's straight from Mexico. I don't drink at all. And I just took a shot of that tequila straight. No chaser, no nothing. It don't have no bite on it. That's straight from over there. They age it in the barrel. They don't do all the chemical aging and all that. That ain't hidden like that. I wonder how I'm gonna feel though in about 15 minutes because I think I haven't had a drink in like, and that's age. That's natural. I done had that bottle. Yep. It's finna hit different. All right, let's move into it. Let's move into it, y'all. Hold on. Yes, Lord. We going over to Anton Daniels After Hours. We heading over to Anton Daniels After Hours for the reaction video. They talking about what Paul Pierce stated about some of the reasons why you may see successful men or NBA players or athletes dating non-black women, specifically white women. The panel gonna talk about it. I'm sure it's gonna be entertaining. Y'all know I'm gonna give my 2 cents. It's the Red Light Special. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Let's get active.
Paul Pierce recently went viral for basically saying that athletes, well, he explained why athletes preferred white women. And so I am going to share that with you now. And then you guys can give me your take.
I'm probably going to sit this one out.
Nope, you can't sit it out. This is what
I'm standing 10 toes for all
this is what he had to say.
To understand my language.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll be talking to you like that.
Do you feel like, why do you feel like men, especially NBA players, get with white women? Is it because they're easy, quote unquote?
I got some theories, but I really want to hear it from him.
I do too. I want to hear it too.
I honestly think that maybe they appreciate lady more and they apologize more.
Listen, I'm scared. Hold on.
No.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, this is about to get dangerous. Let's roll.
Yes, I mean, you know,
I had an interview with
they don't mind being held accountable.
I'm so scared of this, y'all, because I had an interview with Columbus.
All right, so that is generally what he said. He also went on to say that he only has exclusively dated black women and that his ex-wife was also black. But his theory was that NBA players and athletes and men of a certain stature prefer white women because they're more accountable, they apologize more, and all of that other type of stuff. So I'm gonna just do a popcorn style. What do you guys think? And do you agree or disagree with Paul Pierce?
Being the flip-flopper that I am, I just started recently dating the black Negro chicks within like the last 3 years. And previous, I dealt with Latinas and white women. And my amount of...
Listen, you can't trust a black man that say some shit like, recently, I've started dating the black Negro chicks. And he's a black man. You just got to watch him close. Ask him some questions. Now, I'm going to give him a pass because I know that he from Oklahoma and shit. So, off rip, I know to give him a pass. But some people don't.
Years of on this earth, a white woman has never left me. If the relationship didn't work out, it was 1,000% my fault. But the 3 black women that I talked to over the last... over some bullshit. Like I don't, and I'm not the dude who like That's why I'm not with the white women because I want like a pretty ass black woman to act like that, and it's hard to find. And like I said, it's my fault. Like you said, why are you not with a white girl? Like ultimately, I don't want to be with a white girl. Like they're fun, they're easy sex, but like I want a pretty ass black woman to just fucking act right, and that is why I'm not married.
Stop right there. Stop right there. He just said something. He said, I want a pretty ass black woman that just act right. Hey, fellas. Don't we all? Hey, chat. Don't we all? I think that's all any of us want. Hold on, y'all. Let's stop right there. Got the demographics pulled up. Married black men. 85% of black men have a black wife. Out of the 15% that do not have a black wife, 8% of them have white wives, and the other 7% are non-white, so Hispanic or other, Asian, whatever. You know what I mean? So of the 15%, it's almost split down the middle of whether or not a black man is going to be with a white woman or somebody who's just simply non-black. But 85% of us that are married to black women. These demographics are right in front of me. It's on blackdemographics.com, just to cite the sources. All right. So with that being said, I think what he just said was some of the realest shit. Honestly, he said he deal with, and I'm not agreeing with that for myself, just so y'all could be clear. But he said, honestly, I deal with the white girls for these conveniences that they come with, but ultimately, I just want a fine ass black woman to act right. Shit, brother, don't we all? I think that's what I think. Let's go.
Married because I have yet to find that in a black woman.
Slimmy.
Wait, what? Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat.